Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Geselle and I am cold. It's 34 degrees here in Las Vegas. It is currently 6:30 a.m. I work at 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. today. It's a 10-hour shift. It's a Saturday. I work all the way till Christmas, and on Saturdays usually there's another person who runs the desk, which is called workflow, and they are out unfortunately right now, so I am going to be workflow today. And so I wanted to show you guys what the day in the life of somebody who is running the desk in a hospital, in a very busy hospital, and what we do at our hospital specifically. So I'm just gonna show you a little bit about what I do as workflow, and yeah, pretty much we'll just go through that. You will see what it's like to be in charge of the desk and to be in charge of other ultrasound technologists. So with that being said, let's get to work safely and warmly. I'm waiting for my car to warm up. All right, we'll see you guys at work. Seeing all these stacks of papers, they're all procedures that the workflow needs to make sure gets done and figure out if they can get done. That's a lot of procedures today, y'all. Alright, you guys, first thing we do as workflow is check the schedule. Schedule should already be made from the night shift. See if it correlates with the schedule on the PAC system. And then I check how many procedures there are. Usually the workflow is in charge of the procedures and getting them done. And then I'm also going to assign the people that come in to do some patients. And usually we'll send someone to certain towers. I have 2 people coming in at 7:30, 1 person coming in at 8:30, and another person coming at 11:30. So I'm going to assign them now. Currently on today's list, I have 27 patients, 4 stat exams, and 7 procedures. You guys, 7 procedures is a lot of procedures for one person to do. But yeah, I want to make sure that the stats are taken care of for the most part. And then I want to make sure that the ER is covered. I want to make sure that the routine schedule has the tech's initials on it for who I want to go where. And then I will look at the paperwork for the procedures. And then after I figure out who's ready, who's not, I will go talk to the radiologist and see what they want to do when they want to start doing these procedures. So it's going to be a busy day today, you guys. Very busy. Alright guys, so my first procedure that's coming down is going to be a thoracentesis. So we have to get everything ready for the thora, which is to remove fluid from the chest area that's around the lungs. So let's show you what the supply cart looks like. So what we're going to need is, we have some probe covers here. So we'll get one of those. We'll get one of these. This is to keep the field sterile. Some plastic covers. This and this, and we need this pen. And we need a UE, we need a syringe, cord prep to clean up the patient. Got some needles here. You guys who are scared of needles, got needles here. Needles, needles. And then some gauze, sterile gloves for doctor. Got all these sizes here. And we need a Band-Aid. Grab this Band-Aid. And some tape. There's some tape. Alright. This is the procedure card. Yay. And then this is what I do to make the tray. You have to make sure that the tray is sterile. So let's set that up. Alright you guys, so the procedure tray is ready. Everything is sterile because I didn't touch any of it. I just dropped it onto the sterile polyline drape thing, this blue thing. And everything on top is sterile. So we've got the little plastic cover that keeps the patient clean and sterile, the soap that will clean the patient's back, syringe, UE, and the needles for the lidocaine and for inserting the catheter, the tube to connect to the bottle, which is going to drain the fluid out of the person's chest. From the back, we have a gauze so that it can clean up the patient's back if any blood comes out dripping from the area, which it's usually not a lot, you guys, so don't worry. But this is the tray. Some places have biopsy trays that have everything in it and you just open it up and it's all ready to go. Versus this one here, I have to open everything individually and put it on the tray. Then I also have gloves. We have different size gloves for the doctors. And I have a probe cover just in case. Band-aid ready and a pen to mark the spot. Tape in case they need that. And the bottle to drain. These are 1.5 liter bottles. Some places have 1 liter bottles. Some places don't even have bottles and they just connect to the wall and they drain like that. But yeah, so over here we have extra bottles in case we need more bottles, because some people have lots of fluid and sometimes we do paracentesis where we drain lots and lots of fluid from the abdomen. So that is how you get ready for a procedure. So here's the machine we're gonna use. I am gonna change it from the 9 linear to the 6 curve. So we use the 6 curve probe to scan abdomens, any fluid collections. So I clicked on that and then look at all these settings here. So I click on the C6, look at all the settings. We're gonna click on abdomen and then we're gonna click abdomen. So that changes all of this stuff and it says abdomen. So yep, we're in the right spot. And in order to do procedures, we have all their paperwork here. We have a consent form that the patient is going to sign after the radiologist explains what's going to happen. We have the lab work. We need to make sure that the platelets are good, that the INR is good. We make sure that the ordering doctor is on here, the procedure, and if they choose a side, right or left side, we go by that. And we have all that here. And now all I do is sit and wait for transport to bring the patient down here. I'll get the patient set up and ready for the procedure. Then I'll call the reading room and tell the radiologist that we have the thoracentesis ready for them. And I have 7 of those today. Actually, they added 1 more, so 8 of those today. Yay. Something that we always use in the procedures are these lidocaine numbing medicines, and we also use sodium bicarb. These are what we're going to use to numb up the back area for the procedures. It's just a local anesthesia, kind of like what they do at the dentist. We have a Pyxis machine where we have to go and grab it out there specifically for each patient. So now that we finished that first thoracentesis, I am getting everything finished up. I did all the paperwork, wrote up the procedure, the report. We're gonna send the fluid to the lab, get some stickers, and then do this next paracentesis. Okay, you guys, so I finished the paracentesis, but I have to turn in the fluid for the thoracentesis because it's a diagnostic exam. So right now I'm just gonna get some labels, get the stickers to put on the fluid bottles for the patient so I can bring the fluid over to lab and they can run some tests on it. Right now oh, there you go. Alright you guys, it's been one heckin' bob of a day. I've done a couple procedures already. Some have been portable, some come down to the room here, and it just depends on the status of the patient, how they are doing. I am getting ready to write up some more procedures. So we did a couple and then they ordered even more. So we still have like 5 or 6 procedures left today, and it is 1:23 in the afternoon. I haven't gone to lunch yet, and I still have to try to get these procedures done. You know, they're mostly paras and thoras, and then the rest of the staff are trying to scan as much as they can. The list is just building. We started at 27 and everyone's been scanning, and we're still at 39. The list is at 39. So that's what we gotta do. We gotta get through all these patients as fast as we can, but with good service and quality. It's better to do as much as you can, but thoroughly, and make sure you're not missing anything, and make sure you're doing everything correctly and treating the patients right, because it's all about treating these patients right and getting them kind, compassionate patient care. So I'm about to write up and get all the information for all these new procedures that I have printed out this morning. Then I'm gonna go talk to the radiologist again. Lots of talking to doctors here, so don't be afraid to talk to doctors. So it's currently 2:06 and I'm waiting for transport to bring down my thoracentesis. Look, I have everything ready on the tray here, and I'm just patiently waiting for my patient. It's a therapeutic exam, so basically what will happen is once I remove the fluid, the doctor just goes to their reading room again, and then I call transport to come back to get the patient. They're gonna get a chest x-ray to make sure everything was okay after the thoracentesis, and I get to throw away the fluid because it's therapeutic. They're not gonna run any tests on it. If a procedure is for therapeutic purposes, we just throw the fluid away. It's 3 o'clock and I finally just clocked out for lunch. Microwaving my chicken, asparagus, and potatoes. I have my pretzels and some deviled egg potato salad. I'm so hungry. Just got a bunch of procedures done. They keep adding. The list is like over 40 something now, probably almost 50. All my techs are out there scanning, their hearts out, and it's seriously just so busy. Back and forth with the radiologist, doing as many procedures as I can, answering phones, talking to doctors, nurses, transporters. Crazy busy day. It's not always like this, but it's pretty busy today. Like, I really had to rush to go pee. Sometimes you forget to go pee. Sometimes you forget to drink water. Go to the bathroom, drink water, and take care of yourself. What's up, guys? I am home now, and the last time you saw me, I was, I think, at lunch. And it's been a really crazy second half of work. I mean, the morning was crazy, and the second half was just even crazier. Like, so much happened. Running the desk is hard work, you guys. You are in charge of the department. You are in charge of other people and what they do. You have to let them know, where they're gonna go. When stat orders come in, you have to ask them to go do them. It's a lot of responsibility, and then you have procedures you need to do. You need to talk to the radiologists, the ordering doctors, the nurses, and you have to answer phone calls. You have to answer any question that may come up. You may get exams, and you have to figure out if they're the correct exams. You have to notify doctors about something that a radiologist says. It's just a lot of things, and running the desk takes a lot of hard work. It takes critical thinking. It takes thick skin, because there are radiologists and doctors and nurses and patients who are rude in general, who maybe have attitudes, who are also busy just like you. Your department is busy, they're also busy, and everyone's busy, and it's a tough time right now. But in general, just running the desk is a lot of work. It can be very stressful, and you have to do your best to understand that you can only do what you can and do what you can as best as you can. And I mean, we ended up getting almost to 5 pages on the little schedule. I was able to delegate exams to people. I was able to let them know what stats need to be done. It's really easy when you have technologists who are willing to work, willing to help, willing to be team players and go do these exams, offer help. But sometimes you're not always going to have that, and it just really depends on where you work, the people that you work with. I'm blessed with people who are pretty good at what they do, and they automatically ask me if I need help, or they see what they can do. They don't really need to be told what to do, but I do have to just make sure that the desk is being ran well, that the workflow is going, patients are getting done, procedures are getting done, people are getting seen. It's a lot to do. This is pretty much a supervisor's job. The supervisor at our hospital does it Monday through Friday, but on the weekends, Saturday and Sundays, the lead tech is the one that is workflow and is in charge of the desk. So there are plenty of times where I have to be workflow, and usually workflow is the one that is focused more on procedures. So like you saw in the morning, I was able to knock out some of the procedures, and then in the afternoon, they ordered stat procedures, they ordered more procedures. You have to work these procedures up, not only work them up, make sure they're ready, and you have to make sure that a radiologist is ready to do them. Remember that the radiologists in the hospital have all these other cases to do too: X-ray, MRI, CT, nuclear medicine. They are also busy, just like we are busy, just like CAT scan and X-ray are busy. So It's a lot. I'm glad I got to take you in the morning and talk to you guys a little bit about procedures. I'll do more videos on procedures in the future, but yeah, it was a crazy day, and I wish I could tell you guys some things, but I don't want to, just for patient privacy, for my hospital and radiologist privacy. There are plenty of times where if somebody was new to this, they would probably be super overwhelmed, they would freak out, and they would totally lose their minds. But at the end of the day, you have to do what's best for the patient. You have to make sure you're doing everything the way that you're taught. As a technologist, do what is right. Always ask questions. Make sure you don't do anything without asking the doctors, and covering your butt, because at the end of the day, you are in control of what you do and you're not in control of what other people do. So I leave you with that, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please be kind to one another, stay positive, don't give up, and you know, when things get stressful, try to find inner peace and just know it's gonna get better. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. And as always, we'll see you in the next video.